welcome to another Imagine That, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Like always, at 7 o'clock on Saturday, we have a wonderful group. Actually, we're, I don't know if we're short of hand or we're desperate, but we put Kyle on camera today.
Brace yourselves.
Brace yourselves. And if our line gets turned off, it's because of this asshole, because I guarantee you, he'll say something to offend any one of us or any of you in the middle of the show, like always. So.
Yeah, parental guidance.
But, hey, thanks for joining us. Like I said, we always do this every Saturday. We always try to give you guys all the music news, concert information, the new CDs and albums out, all the local artists and stuff. It's one of our times to share the wonderful love of music.
Yes, sir.
Through all of the, everybody has their trying times, but you know one thing, you can always go to music. It'll always make you feel better. It's one of our mottos that music is the best medicine.
Yes, sir, man.
And
yes,
can help you through everything. And we love to share it. That's what we need from you guys, to share all this stuff. You can go to our page. Every day we're posting 10 or 20 stories that we know you'll want to listen to, or concert information that just got announced before anybody. I have no life. I just want to share my music with you guys and make everybody happy, because that's what we love to do. We own music stores all over the state, all over in Columbus, Ohio, everything. We've been in the business for over 30 years, wrote for newspapers, worked for the Ticketmasters, managed bands. We know everything there is about music, and it's one of our loves. We would like to share all the concerts and stuff that we've been to, people we got to party with.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to share it with you, so share it back with us. And I promise you, it'll be one of the best rides of your life. So.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
So we got Bill Guffey here today.
Hola.
Damn it, Bill.
Damn it, Bill.
That's his name.
Our new band coming soon.
We got
Lord help us all.
Lord help us.
I love you too.
Kyle Keller here.
Kyle Keller on
Showbiz
camera.
Pizza Kyle.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let you know Scott's on vacation. We're not ever joking with you. He is a diva. He's in Tahiti shooting his new GQ magazine.
I thought it was Playgirl.
Yeah, probably is Playgirl, although he just didn't want to tell us.
If you want to get your mind off of Kyle, just picture Scott in a grass skirt.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Two-piece bikini would scare anybody. So
coconut, crawl.
Also, like I said,
it's Crawford. Be down here.
We had Karma Records of 20, and I own Imagine Music's probably about 10 or 20 of them all over state.
Oh yeah.
This today, we're really gracious to have some of the employees that worked with me there.
Heck yeah.
So we got Chris Kirby over here.
Heck yeah.
We got
Josh
Williams here. Yes.
Kyle's rubbing off on me. I thought he forgot, but I think he was just hesitating.
Yeah. And one of their buddies, David, here with him.
Me.
So appreciate you guys being here to sharing the fun. We have a lot of fun stories and a lot of things we probably can't even see on air that we dealt with in the years at Karma and Imagine. So.
Oh yeah, man! Some of the best years of my life, I know.
Yeah.
I'm somebody that never worked in the store, but still.
Yeah, I constantly say Imagine was the best time of my life. It proves how shitty my life's been.
That's funny, man. But yeah, it was. We had great times in that store.
It was good until Kyle started coming in.
Yeah, you're kidding. So, yeah, it's some good times, and that's why it's fun to be back here. We get to talk to all kinds of fun people. From we got Tim Matney. He's one of my buddies that's always on there. Sam Porter.
Oh yeah.
And Jackie, which Jackie might be here later, but God bless her and all the surgery she just went through. So we really love her and hope everything's going good. Always knew.
She says she's on her way, man. On her way.
Cool. Yeah, Sam's
Mitchell
playing.
Watson, what's up, dude?
Sam Porter's playing in Chesterfield at Monty's tonight. So we'll probably be there, and Kyle's always buying beers for everybody.
I'm not buying a goddamn thing for anybody.
Oh Lord, here we go already.
Yeah. So we'll be out there a little bit later. We're always trying to help out the local guys. That's what's part of about. Trying to spread that joy of getting some of these guys some notoriety. So that's always a cool thing.
Yes, sir, man. Heck yeah.
So any excitement? Any new hookers you hooked up with this week, Kyle, or?
Not talking about your hands either.
But besides
Her name is Lefty.
writing Lucy
Rosie?
on my right hand. No.
No, we like to give
Taking
Kyle.
yoga.
We like to give Kyle shit, but man, he's, you know, we love Kyle. He's like a little brother to me. But, you know, if you don't give him hell, you're going to pay. And we know that for sure. So,
Yeah, he takes it, but he dishes it just as well.
yeah, God. We could.
I don't know how I lived my life without you.
You really gave me a gay look there. No,
Well, I mean,
yeah, that was horrible.
you act like that's the first time you've ever got that.
Yeah.
And like you're not intrigued.
I used to get it from Williams all the time.
It's because your mouth's always open.
God.
We love each other. We
Oh,
really do.
man. Well, let's.
Steve Edwards watching. What's up, Steve?
Yeah. I try to get him to come out tonight. Damn it. See, look, we got all these guys here from Imagine. You motherfuckers sitting there, man. We'll get him out
Oh,
eventually,
shit.
though.
What's up, David Mitchell? Glad you're watching, buddy. Appreciate it.
Man, it's great to see hear some of those names again. So.
Oh yeah, I think you said it last week, man. You hear a name somebody you haven't seen for a while, and you're like, oh yeah, he used to come into the store, or you just remember some of those stories. It's
Yeah, we
pretty
were out
awesome,
Town
dude.
Tavern, and we.
Oh yeah, dude, the amount of
everybody
people.
come up to say something to us. It's been really cool. I mean, this thing has been growing big time. I'm really appreciative because, I mean, with all the stuff I've been going through, this is like my pure medicine to keep me going through the week. And I'll tell you, to go out there Saturday at Town Tavern and all those people and the guys from Surreal and all that stuff, that was pretty incredible. I'm telling you, it makes me feel really good through some rough freaking times. So
Man, you're living proof of it. As
Yeah.
you say, and it really should be our motto: music's the best medicine.
Sure.
And on what you said, dude, Surreal was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
last
they
weekend,
were.
man. I always say, like a big telltale of how good a band was. I kept catching myself all week at work with these songs in my head, and I'm like, why? I haven't thought of that song in years, and it's because Surreal played them, dude, and they played them so well.
yeah.
Amazing variety of songs, and Shotgun Revival played before them, and man, they played some awesome songs. Sam always does.
Oh yeah.
That's local live music. It's just great. Crawford said it. He's like, man, I forgot how much I love, local live music. And as we said and say, music's the best medicine. I mean, I think live is the best way to see it and experience it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, let's get into some news. After the news, we always do a top 10 list. Since it's Black History Month, we're going to go over some of our favorite blues, R&B, black artists through the years, and kind of give us that as our top 10, which we could have a mile long list of this. It was really way harder than most of the other ones. So
Yeah, it's like just trying to limit it, because we're obviously on time schedules, I mean, some of these lists, even after I go home, I get to thinking and reflecting on it, rewatching it. I'm like, man, I can't believe I didn't say this person or that person.
yeah, it's
You
easy
know,
to do. So,
yeah.
all right, news for the week. We always go through all the stuff. You can always follow it on our page. We post a lot of it. There's a lot of the videos and everything. You can see that you won't really see anywhere else. I really dig down deep to try to make you guys happy with some cool shit. So always follow that page, and I promise you you'll enjoy that.
I love it's all just right there in one place, instead of having to dig around and search. You do all that, do the legwork, and it's all right there in one convenient spot, man.
Yeah, I just appreciate all the thousands and thousands of people keep joining every week. It's just amazing. I really appreciate it. But this week, my first story, and I sit down for this. Other than having a room full of Tool aficionados here today.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah,
but
I know.
try not to say it,
You
man.
know, I know.
If anybody, these two guys may be bigger Tool fans
Screw
than I am.
Australia, man.
Oh yeah, dude, Australia got a treat. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I will,
anyway,
I will
go
tell you the one person we usually always talk about, and he's a master of making us talk about it. But Ozzy Osbourne came out with his new album this week, his 12th solo album, Ordinary Man, first one in 10 years.
Heck yeah, I listened to some of that last night.
Yeah, man, it really good stuff for which we were playing it just earlier, and I don't want to be negative or anything, but I'm telling you, knowing his health and all that stuff, it could be a really fitting last album from him with some of the lyrics in it. If you hear some of that,
Kind of a dark twist.
Yeah.
Reminds me of when I think it was Rick Rubin helped Johnny Cash make his last album, and he literally said, "All right, John, you're about to die. Let's make a record." And it's phenomenal. you know, to get an artist to write about that kind of stuff. And I loved that Ozzy album, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was really.
So it's depressing and shit like that.
I thought it was like recorded in the depths of misery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It kind of
Considering,
captures
you know,
that. You know?
He canceled his tour, and you know, the man. You know, like when old people kind of retire, you know, if they don't keep the job,
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
they kind of will, you know, kind of go down. You know.
Yeah.
I think that's. I hope I'm wrong, but I mean, Ozzy, you know, he's going 100 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
And now
dude.
he's at full stop, so I hope that doesn't cause him any misery in retirement or whatever is going to happen next.
Yeah,
So,
kind of one of those things. Like you said, when an old guy retires, you know, he's like, "What do I do now?" Like you get used to doing something.
yeah.
But I just like it's amazing how old Ozzy is and still writing that good music. You know.
Yeah, very cool. Duff McKagan is on bass on there. Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers is on drums. He hired Post Malone's producer and guitar player who plays on there, Andrew Watt. It does a really good, different kind of twist than the Zakk Wylde stuff that we've heard before. So a little different, but very cool. And with those other guys kind of bringing their stuff in, I thought, you know, it's really good album. I mean, I thought it was a lot better than the last one he did, and so check that out on Spotify or whatever you got. I think if you're a fan, at least you're going to be very happy. I mean, the Scary Little Green Guy song is awesome. I love that song.
I didn't listen to that one yet.
Then you know, the first song, Straight from Hell, is pretty decent, and then of course
Yeah.
you got the Under the Graveyard and Ordinary Man with
Yeah.
Elton John.
Kill.
You
Those are
know,
good tracks.
it's good tracks, and then it was kind of cool. You guys all paid a lot of attention to it, so I'll mention, and I always butcher this guy's name, the Aquaman guy, Jason
Momoa.
Momoa.
Yeah,
I was going to say
did
Balboa.
a really cool little video clip the day before the album came out. It's on our page too. Very freaking cool. So check that out, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed, guys.
Heck
So,
yeah. Hey, Trey tuned in. Kenny's tuned in. What's up,
All
guys?
right,
We appreciate you. A couple of our regulars.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Jackie wanted to, real quick, Sam's big show next year, leap year show, Shotgun Revival.
Yep, they'll be at Scooters
Scooters.
next week. Big leap year show. Scooters is probably, I mean, one of the best places to see a show in Newcastle, Kentucky.
Great
so.
Jack and Coke.
Yeah, you should know.
Yeah.
So, all right. Next on the list that seemed to be very popular by you guys was Ronnie James Dio is doing a documentary coming out from his record label. A lot of buzz about this, you know. They're using, it's really kind of sad. He was in the middle of writing his autobiography and had about half of it died, you know, with the stomach cancer.
Yeah.
And
He
didn't
was
get to
working-
finish it.
He was working on a record too.
So his wife is finishing it up right now, and the stuff that he put into it, it'll have all the stuff from his like first group, Elf and Rainbow and Black Sabbath.
Gosh, man.
And it's they're gonna put it in the theater and then put it on streaming. And I'm telling you, this guy was a legend and did it kind of his own way. And,
Oh, yeah.
And this is gonna be something really killer that we're gonna get to see here soon.
And then talk about a pioneer.
One of the true gentlemen in rock and roll.
Nice. I mean, great show I've seen. I
You
tell
saw
you,
him live?
oh yeah.
Sweet.
And he's only like this tall, man. He was like
Little guy.
littlest guy with the freaking just damn
Ah.
killer voice that would
He,
just
Yeah.
he
wait.
told Chris Cornell about that. Something like dynamite comes in small packages.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's a great
I mean,
analogy.
I don't know if I can think of any other artist that was that little that had, you know, vocals that powerful for a guy. I mean, it was just amazing.
Maybe Lane Staley, but yeah, somebody that small to be able to
Yeah.
resonate, and you know, the pioneer of one of our metalheads' favorite thing to do. I got to shout out my buddy Rusty Davis has a tattoo of Dio. He was like the biggest fan, and really kind of inspired me to start listening to Dio. And that guy, his resume, like you said, all those bands. That guy was all over the place.
Yeah,
and just
great.
phenomenal performer.
Great stuff.
I can't wait for that to come out, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, be killer.
Awesome.
one of the bigger stories, and it's not so music related, but kind of is if you go and read some of the stories we posted. Indiana Beach is going to be closing after 94 years. Here in Monticello, opened in 1926.
Yeah, that's a big hit to Indiana.
I've never been to that.
Now they're trying to keep it open. They're trying to get some people to maybe buy it out and try to reopen it. But I'm telling you, this is the cool part that I really didn't realize until I read it. And this story, you really, really should read this story on our online our thing. This used to be one of the premier places for concerts back in the day.
Yeah.
And they had everyone. I mean, starting out with people like Bill Haley and the Comets to going into The Who, Janis Joplin. I mean, everyone you could think of. And this article that we posted on there, you really should read this and see the amazing amount of folks that came and played at this place. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The amount of legends that are not with us anymore that played there. And read that article, and man, you will be shocked that Indiana was one of the premier places at one time, and it was there.
Yeah, dude,
Indiana Beach.
Man, that adds a whole new layer to why it's such a shame that somewhere like that's closing.
Yeah.
And I went there a couple times, and I mean, if nothing else, the water park was second to none. It was freaking
And
phenomenal.
let me give you guys a little idea of somebody helping. I don't know if I'm really smart enough to give you this or not, but when that many people from Bill Haley, Janis Joplin, and those,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be a historical monument
You would think, man.
of
Yeah.
some sort?
You
Yeah.
would think
They're
so.
usually supposed to say that kind of stuff.
You know, maybe you guys, somebody could use that to make sure they can't close it down. I don't know. But this place
Petition.
is unbelievable. Yeah, they are starting a petition and stuff, but I don't know, man. Read that article and you will be shocked
Yeah.
by the legends that played there. I mean, it's amazing. So,
They should really make a bigger deal about that.
yeah.
You know, like that's almost reminds me of like the Emerson. You know, it's just such a, I mean, not the biggest, fanciest place, but still, man, just
First show tomorrow night.
Yeah, they start redid that Emerson.
sweet, man.
Yeah.
Okay, hell
Yeah.
Somebody
yeah,
bought it and redone it.
yeah, and that's what needs to happen in Indiana Beach, because dude, it's just,
That's
that's
what they did with Pepsi Coliseum.
yeah, one of the greatest theme parks
Yeah.
to go to here
Yeah.
locally
Yeah.
for us guys in Indiana.
Maybe it can
so.
be a historical monument and they can save it that way. I don't know.
Sweet, dude. Waylon Thompson's watching.
What's
up, buddy?
All right, well,
Waylon
cool.
Key, man.
And we need to see him play here with us sometime.
Heck
He's
yeah, man.
one of the best guitar players ever.
Sweet, Matt.
Um,
What's up, Matt?
This story, I just love this story, and it's just so fitting and cool. Mr. Bungle was playing a show in New York, and a friend of theirs that had tickets for the show died, and their friends had him cremated and threw him on stage during the show because he had tickets to the show. He passed away,
Freaking awesome.
and it was kind of his last, thing was he wanted to see them. So they wrapped him up in his underwear and threw him up on stage, and it went all over the place. But I don't know. That just seems very cool and fitting for a massive fan that was just dying to see those guys.
I heard
Good
at the
pun.
end of it.
Yeah, pun intended.
I heard at the end of it that they got his ashes and they rolled it up and they smoked him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
shoot.
Mr. Bungle to have fun with it. As Josh was saying, they made a post on there and said, they didn't know that we grabbed him and smoked him backstage after the show. And,
Oh man, only Mike.
I mean,
Patton,
we got a
dude.
video of that on there. It's pretty funny. But that's some cool things for your friends to, do that last thing you really wanted to have, in life was to, go see Mr. Bungle, I guess.
Oh man, I've said it. My favorite, my hobby, dude, going to concerts. So I never thought of
Everybody's
that.
got their own band.
I
Yeah.
thought your hobby was crocheting.
Well, that's a secret, Kyle.
Yeah.
I could say yours.
That's when he sat back.
Your hobby, but I'm afraid we'd be banned for life.
Yeah.
So we'll just move on.
His hobby
Crocheting.
includes knee
Crocheting.
pads, but
Crochet. Really?
oh man.
Here we go.
All right.
Mr. Bungle, though, man.
Um,
Bungle. Bungle, not
this is
Bungle.
another interesting story. Dave Mustaine
Here we go.
is still unwilling to relinquish credit for early Metallica music to Lars.
Well, I got something to say about that.
Oh no.
He
Buckle
wrote
up.
stuff on Kill 'Em All,
Mhm.
Ride the Lightning, and the stuff they did hadn't used is still his.
Yeah.
And they're
Oh.
not giving him the proper credit.
Yeah, I agree with this totally. But from what I read in this article, which was interesting, is they have 27 songs that they want to release, and they actually had it ready to put out called No Life Till Leather.
It's the No Life to Leather tape.
Yeah.
And it got a re-release on Record Store Day a few years ago.
No, really.
A small re-release.
Yeah, but they had you know, they've been trying to talk Dave into kind of giving up some credit and stuff like that. Dave is not going to do it. He never will. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
And so you know, it's kind of sad we could have 27 probably killer early Metallica songs if these guys could work something out. But
I'll say the most
Yeah.
shocking thing to me about that story is, of all people, Mike just sided with Dave Mustaine.
yeah, that's very rare that I do.
I mean,
'cause
wow.
Actually, you know, he's threatened my life, and if the truth be known, he actually caught Crawford and put him in the hospital, kicked his ass, so that's why he's really not here. But
Yeah,
kind of ruined his
yeah.
his GQ
He did make it to
magazine.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
Man, I want this is kind of a couple stories ago, but when you were talking about those ashes, Matt Owens said he used to want his ashes in a reproducing box. I didn't pre-read that, but he lives in Colorado, so it's legal. Matt, that's hilarious, dude. But that's a cool way to go, man.
Oh yeah, man.
We try to catch your guys' comments and interact with you, man. We appreciate you guys commenting. And Zach Jesse's watching. My cousin Mark, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all watching.
I'm surprised we haven't been shut down by everybody was getting scared of seeing Kyle on camera for once, honestly. So.
No, that's funny though. Dave Mustaine. And it's two guys, man. We always have an Ozzy story, and
Yeah.
it seems like somehow Mustaine finds his way into our news.
Yeah. Well, if you guys don't know, the story is a long time ago. Me and Dave Mustaine got in a fist fight backstage, and that's so we like to make fun
Right.
of Dave. He's something else, but back then he was quite the drinker. So
Didn't you also get your ass kicked by Tennille of Captain and Tennille?
Oh God, whatever. You're,
Matt actually just corrected me.
oh my God.
He said a reef box, not.
Oh, I was kind of wondering.
Oh,
what you
Matt,
meant
my
by
bad.
that, but yeah,
Matt said I'm a nut.
Oh,
We
shit.
used to work together. We had good times back at
Oh,
the
man.
Intact days.
Yeah. God, man, I swear I miss Crawford already. Fuck.
I do too.
Yeah, it definitely changes things, man. Definitely changes things.
All right, next story. I thought this was interesting. If you guys didn't see Limp Bizkit, that's one of Kyle's favorite bands, is actually.
I love them.
I know, actually, I like them too. Are getting ready to start touring again, and there's a picture of Wes Borland in his new kind of getup, which
Yeah.
feels fucking killer.
Yeah,
I mean, he
he's a
looked
black
he
guy.
looked really good.
Skull guy.
Yeah, it was really cool. But I was reading this and did you guys know that Fred Durst is the senior vice president of Interscope Records?
Wow, man.
I did not know that.
That's why he went
You
hiatus. That's why
know, he
went on
signed
hiatus.
Stain.
I did know
That's the
that.
same
Yeah.
label that Marilyn
He didn't
Manson's
like the
on.
front cover. So that's
Yeah,
why he
yeah.
changed
I mean,
the
that's
cover.
pretty cool. So that's what he's actually been doing. He's not been a a bum or anything. He's actually been working for record labels and doing all kinds of stuff. And what a lot of reasons you haven't heard about him is they're signed to Interscope, and the label was just not letting them really do a lot of stuff. And now their contract is expired with them. So now you're going to see all kinds of Limp Bizkit stuff coming out finally, since they've washed our hands of that
Cobra.
that Battle
Yeah.
record label. So
Yeah.
So-
Last album was that Cobra.
yeah, so
Okay.
it's
Golden Cobra.
yeah,
Their
so
live show is second to none, man.
yeah.
Oh, they were great back in
Yeah.
the Family
Oh, yeah.
Values
Family
days.
Values,
Yeah, I've seen a few times. They were always really good. I mean,
I think they're one of those bands that people forgot. You know, they were just a good time. Like, people started taking them too serious, man. And it's like, they're up there just having a good time. Like Wes Borland, that guy always came up with new costumes. And
One day the ones came out, the big alien shit.
Yeah.
sitting out there and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his own guitar out series.
yeah.
guitar, Westbourne.
One of my
That's cool.
favorite things that Fred used to do was put a big piece of plywood on top of the crowd and would get on top of it and like literally crowd surf, man. He just interactive.
Woodstock. Too.
Yeah. I know he produced a video of Stains. I
He
think it was
produced
at
a
Benoit.
lot of stuff. He's actually produced some movies and stuff.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah,
really busy.
so-
Yeah,
He's just not been in our eyes, but he's actually
Right.
been really busy.
Behind the camera.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
directed a John Travolta like straight to DVD thing.
We don't
Yeah.
need to hear about your porn collection, dude. I mean,
I'm-
of all things, we're going to credit Fred Durst with.
I was actually contributing.
You were.
Fucking asshole.
You got
I
to-
said
you
for
have
the
to give him
guidance.
his treat now. Give him his treat now. He contributed. All
I
right.
can't give him his treat on camera, Mike.
I'll
yeah.
use my teeth.
Don't bite. Use your lips.
He takes his teeth out. It's okay.
All
These
right.
are mine.
I'll kind of get into this story first. We got all kinds of new stuff to talk about, but I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan, and Alice in Chains, Jerry Cottrell, talked about how he's working on a new solo album. His first one since 2002, that Degradation Trip that came out. That guy's been with Alice in Chains for 33 years.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understood that he was basically, he
He's
was
the
main-
mastermind behind it all.
Yeah, I mean, Lane was phenomenal, but Lane was really just the voice.
Yeah.
I saw them at Rock on the Range in 2016.
It's actually his idea to write all the harmonies in Alice in Chains the way they wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I the one cool thing, I won't get into a lot of it, but I got to know Jerry really well back in the day and got to hang out with him and spend a few times after shows with the guys and all that stuff. And this guy he's the brains. I mean, this guy is amazing, nicest guy in the world. One of my all-time favorite people I ever got to meet. And I'm looking so forward to seeing him do some new stuff. Because I think his solo stuff is actually
Was that
pretty
a
damn
double
good.
album?
Yeah.
I think the one of them was, but I don't know I don't know about this one here, but it's going to be coming out here real soon.
One of my favorite things he did, I'll make it quick, at Rock on the Range, the second song they played blew a speaker. And he was like, well, in case you guys wondered if we really play our stuff live, there you go. You know, it was him and the people still call William the new guy, but William's been in the band longer than Lane ever was. But him and Jerry actually share vocals. So, I mean, talk about a 90s band that people wonder if they still have it. Oh, dude.
Yeah, we were all at that show. It was a really good
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, they're killing.
2020, man, everybody's coming out.
I know.
of the
Yeah.
closet.
We were talking about this the other day. Not to get off the subject a little bit, but there's so many shows coming, and I don't know if you guys haven't saved your money. Like I keep saying every show, I keep saying save your money, save your money. I'm not joking. The ticket prices this year are out of control.
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy high.
Yep.
I mean, $300, $400. My friend saw Guns N' Roses down the day before the Super Bowl. They were $500 a ticket.
Rage
That-
was 1,000. on the
I mean,
floor.
this is just out of control, and it's not going to be pretty for you this summer. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, the sad part of it, it is, we'd all like to go see maybe 5 or 6 shows. You're only going to be able to afford 2
Yeah.
if you're lucky. So
It's almost like all the bands said, screw the festivals.
not the
and
bands.
They went and did their,
It's
their
the
doing their own
venues.
tour.
the venues and Ticketmaster are now combining their efforts to do this, and that's why you're seeing,
Oh, yeah, White
you know,
River State Park redid their.
and you guarantee
Yeah, it's
those
like
will
a
be
miniature
expensive.
Deer Creek now.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
seats
Or,
there
well,
now.
Yeah, man, it's just out of control.
Here's a trend that I don't really like what's been happening now. They will literally announce a concert like on a Monday and tickets go on sale Friday.
Right.
Yeah, there's
Don't
no
get the
time to prep.
save money. or-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's like
And this is the
3
worst
or 4
time in the
bands
world. Everybody's
on
paying
Friday.
off their credit cards from Christmas.
Faith
and
No More, Deftones,
All those tours,
a
yeah.
lot of shows, and it's just all at once.
Primus.
I looked at the Dead and Company
All
show,
those were on
and
sale
tickets
Friday.
are insane for that.
It's going to get worse. I'm
Well,
telling you. It's
Yeah,
just,
you put
The fees are outrageous.
Um,
Yeah, it is too, man. They're like $20.
Yeah.
like the Grateful Dead guys, which they were always an expensive ticket, and compound what you just said,
Yeah.
it makes the ticket prices insane.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm just going to Primus instead.
Yeah, I know.
One of the reasons.
So good luck to y'all. I know. Another story that came out, I thought this was really cool. You can watch some of it online again on our page. Eric Clapton, Roger Waters, Ronnie Wood, Steve Winwood performed a tribute concert for Ginger Baker. He's a drummer of Cream. And man, they did like 15 songs. Just incredible. If they get to watch Clapton's one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, slow dance, baby.
The guy is amazing. And I'll let you know, man. I'm telling you, from what I read on online about this, get to enjoy Clapton while you can. He is not doing very well. He is going deaf.
Oh,
And I really don't know if you're going to see him play hardly at all
Almost
anymore.
like Huey Lewis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Huey Lewis.
Yeah, these guys, man, these legendary artists, they're not young anymore, you know, and that's another downfall to these concerts now being so expensive. It's like, my gosh, man, who do I go see?
Yeah.
Because it gets to that point to where, like, crap, man, if I don't go, I may not get another chance to see this band.
Yeah. So
What
I
do you
mean,
do?
man, I got to see him a couple times. He was one of the greatest guitar players
Gosh,
I
man,
ever got
yeah.
to see. I'm telling you.
He's a bucket list of mine, and I'm just, like, I'm terrified I may not get to cross that off my bucket list.
I get to see him do just an acoustic show.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
man.
and I'm telling you, I don't know. Next to Stevie Wonder, Jimi Hendrix, which I didn't get to see, but this guy is the greatest I ever got to see. So
Yeah, you know, it's...
get a chance, man. I'm telling you, it should be a bucket list for any guitar player to see
Oh,
that
yeah, they call him Slow Hands because he's so good, he makes it look
guy.
easy.
Amazing.
Like, it's just, yeah, it's hypnotizing to watch that guy play, man. He's just,
Yeah.
not only hear it, but see it.
This
So,
must have been a week for tributes or something, because another legendary group, David Crosby and Joe Walsh, headlined a benefit for the Kent State killings that happened 50 years ago. It's a 50-year anniversary thing. That's when you know, if you know your history at all, where the 28 National Guardsmen shot some of the Kent State students when they were rioting or protesting the Vietnam War, killed like 4 of them.
Crosby's still
Yeah.
fashion young.
Yeah,
The song Ohio.
Ohio,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. Neil Young wrote that
Ooh.
song for those guys, and it, you know, it was always a landmark song for that.
yeah, good call, man.
It was just a very, very emotional time during a time in our country, which actually some of you guys need to revisit right now with things going on as they are. You know, everybody might be down and out, but you know, everybody's an American, and sometimes you need to stand up for those rights, like those 4 people that passed away then
Oh, yeah.
did, and you know, we could take a lot from that right now with things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should just like everybody.
yeah.
Kyle.
Peace, love, and happiness. So,
Well, you know, while
well,
you
not
say,
as much as Kyle. You know, come on,
while you say music's the best medicine, you know, it's
Yeah.
also helps us
heal.
man. Dude, music's so powerful. It speaks
There's
volumes.
so
And
much studies. with
Um,
music.
you know, something I don't like. People complain about when music becomes political. You know, I don't complain about that. Music's always been political.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can disagree with it. We always say it's subjective, but I mean, if music don't stand for something, then what's the point? You know, it
Yeah.
all stands for something.
Yeah,
It can always be a movement, anything like
J
that.
Lo or whatever. You don't
Yeah.
like any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so
Kind
talking.
of pointless
Yeah.
music. Yeah.
And
This stuff means
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And continuing on with that, this is kind of interesting since we Courtney Love and Hole are getting back together to play a benefit for Planned Parenthood.
Mhm.
It's the first time in over 8 years that they've done anything,
Yeah.
and it's a pretty important cause to her. You know, being the women group that they are,
Oh, yeah.
and March 14th.
Yeah, she's not in jail.
Yeah, I know.
That's why she was
Bands
in
Off My
England.
Body kind of is what it's called, and she is stepping up and trying to help out Planned Parenthood and their cause. So,
Yeah.
like I said, it's a week of benefits for something.
Man, her personal life aside, I've got, it's an unpopular opinion. I actually kind of enjoy Hole's music, man. I like her raw, she's got sound, man. She's got
Yeah.
that raspy voice, and I mean, I think they rock.
Yeah.
You know?
Church music, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I said personal life aside, yeah.
It's
people
only
say Kurt
fitting
wrote
that
all
we have that
stuff, but-
story because
That's why she
it was
moved to England.
yeah. It's no one to be away from everybody. But
Yeah.
it was Kurt Cobain's birthday this week too.
Yeah,
So
Crazy.
yeah, legend, from our era at least.
Talk
And,
about a life worth celebrating, man.
definitely Nirvana changed music, so
Oh yeah, the whole '90s movement,
yeah.
man. We've got.
part of the 27 Club.
Yeah.
So that's fitting with her announcing that, I guess. So
It is, yeah.
yeah. Another story. Kiss came out and said during their final few shows, they're going to have all the former members join them on stage.
Oh, dude, that's
play.
cool.
So, like Vinnie Vincent, all those guys, I guess, are going to, Bruce Kohler probably. And
He always said he wasn't.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, if he does or doesn't, but it's surprising that they're open-minded to
Yeah.
bring, they usually aren't, but they're going to
Um,
bring back a lot of the old guys and have a final jam out, I guess.
I applaud them for that, man. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
one thing I said with Slayer. They had disagreements with, their longest drummer, Dave Lombardo, and their final tour. They didn't offer to bring him back. I mean, he may have turned him down anyway. But when you see legendary bands like that, and there's such important members of that band that's not there in the end, it's just not the same. So this would be something special.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I applaud Chris for that.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Their show is like second to none, dude. You want to talk about guys that can put on a show?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm not even a fan, but I did go see him live once, and dude, it was one of the best shows I ever saw.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's kind of the main stories. We got a lot of little ones here now of different concerts and people that we announced. These are all on our page. If you're not following our page,
Wake up, man!
wake up! What the hell are you doing, man? I mean, come on, man. If you're remotely into music, you better be following her, or we're gonna come to your house and we're gonna have Kyle beat you up. Okay, well, maybe not Kyle. I guess that's not very threatening, but
He's picked up some of our techniques. We torture him sometimes. We hang him upside down from the fan and beat him like a pinata.
I'm actually.
And he's learning from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, beware.
That wasn't for my benefit.
Yeah.
I said you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Being you're on the camera today, I'm surprised you didn't launch your new body spray and promote your candle that you
One
had,
We tried.
What is that one? Blood and tears?
Syphilis and tears.
Syphilis and
Oh
tears.
my god.
Oh, Kyle's candle, his body
What
spray.
Josh knows all about syphilis.
Oh my god.
Sure do.
Go over and beat the
Bad
shit
to
out
have,
of
I know.
me.
Yeah.
You told me all about it.
Gee.
I mean,
You have
I
to
mean,
get a
being
hammer
the
and
recipient
smash
of who
that
gave
little
it to
thing.
him, why wouldn't you know about it?
Yeah.
All right, some of the stuff that got announced. Surprisingly, we're not big on country, but we always love to tell everybody about everything. But
Oh yeah.
George Strait and Chris Stapleton are going to be playing at Notre Dame on March 6th.
Wow, that's two big names,
Yeah,
man.
big
Talk about
name. There was a
yeah,
lot
man,
of attention on that when I posted it. So he's doing a little tour, and he's a legend.
playing at
Yeah.
Notre Dame too, man. That's a
Yeah.
legendary
Yeah.
college, and that'd be
He
awesome.
must have learned something from Garth Brooks when he played there, I guess.
Oh yeah,
So
I mean,
Everybody's
learn from the
there at
best.
Notre Dame.
yeah, learn from the best.
Another one. You're gonna love this, Kyle. Dropkick Murphys and Rancid.
There you
Oh,
go.
Rancid sucks.
Oh
Oh,
God!
come on, man.
I was like, I have no problem with the Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah.
I thought you was a punk.
Right?
Didn't you mention that fucking horrible band?
No, God, they're awesome, man.
Oh, fuck
Uh,
you. You have no taste.
yeah, they're
in
touring
music.
together. But the closest is May 17th in Columbus, Ohio. So that'll be I think a really good one.
Shows what you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that is. Yeah,
fuck
that's
you.
that's a good punk show
Yeah.
coming up. Regardless
So-
of what Kyle might say.
No.
Dropkick Murphys are a fun time, dude. Like Irish kind of punk music. It's
Yeah.
killer.
Yes,
Alright.
you described the
Shut
Dropkick
up.
Murphys. Well,
Shut up.
asshole.
Now I know you calm down, Kyle. I know you're going to be going to this one. Bone Thugs and Harmony are going to be at the Vogue on
Settle
June
down.
12th.
Settle down. Okay, I'm
Didn't I
speechless.
see a thing about 3-6 Mafia being at Bogart's?
They're going to be at Muncie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
going to get to that.
3-6 on. Yeah,
Settle
I
down.
said something about it a couple weeks ago, but yeah, they're going to be in Muncie at Werther's Arena.
I don't know.
You know where they play
Oh.
basketball. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I mean, because
That is.
apparently they're launching a big tour. 3-6 Mafia is so.
So I reiterate
Yeah.
that. Good call.
I love 3-6.
Yeah, a lot of people like them. A lot of people love Bone. So,
3-6.
now one of my favorites, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, is going to be in Fort Wayne on June 20th. And
Oh, sweet.
incredible, nice guy, really great guitar player. You should check that out. Ann Wilson of Heart is going to be at Caesars on May 16th. She's doing a thing just by herself. Apparently, her and her sister are not doing anything, and maybe they had a little girly spat. I don't know.
They did have quite a spat
Yeah.
a while back.
Okay.
One of the bigger shows that everybody's excited about, Foo Fighters announced they're doing a 25th anniversary tour. You guys paid a lot of attention to that too.
Oh, yeah.
But Cincinnati is the closest place on May 14th.
That's not a bad drive for such an amazing show.
Yeah.
25th
huge.
anniversary show of what record or
All their whole career.
their whole career.
Yeah.
Career.
It should be like a greatest hit show or something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Um, this is interesting.
Jackie Porter just walked in.
Jackie
Jackie's in
Porter!
the house, man.
Oh,
Jackie
jeez,
is
man,
in the
come
house.
on.
Welcome.
Don't tell him I just walked in.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, I gotta say to my friend Megan Rutherford watching.
Oh,
Big
man.
Full Tool fan.
Sorry about that,
Zach, I
man.
think I hollered at you earlier. What's up, dude?
Gosh. You know, I almost regret that we don't have Jackie sitting there instead of your ugly ass.
Oh, fuck you.
We need a woman's touch around here, and it's not yours.
You know you're a bitch.
All right. Hush up in there, woman. Tina, the boss lady's yelling at us already. She's not even in the room. She's yelling from across the house. All right, next on the list, Hell Yeah, All That Remains and Butcher Babies are on tour.
Butcher baby.
Man, that's actually a really good lineup there.
We know
They
they're
start
your favorite.
April
I hate
24th in Illinois.
No, you don't.
Butcher Babies, they're
Yeah, I'm not on them,
He's
but
still
Hell Yeah,
in my
All That
car on
Remains.
the way here. But on a positive note, I got the Justin Bieber out of his hands. So
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Is that what he
whatever.
calls
it's
it?
a step up.
Oh.
He's always trying to put Justin Bieber in my car stereo. And,
Yeah.
you know, he did step up and
You
put
don't
Butcher
even-
Babies in today.
You don't even
but-
have a CD player in your
I just thought
car.
that was his
Yes, I
nickname
do.
for his penis. Was
Shows how
Justin
much he
Bieber.
pays attention.
This Hell Yeah thing, it's getting ready to come out. It's Vinnie Paul's final recording. So if you're, you got Pantera fan, all that stuff. This is that's his last known recording work.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely a life worth celebrating. I was never a big Hell Yeah fan, but I watched them at the last Mayhem Fest, and
Yeah,
I'm so
they were
glad I did.
horrible. But
Yeah.
I was glad to see Vinny.
Right.
Another real big one, and everybody's going to be happy about is Primus with Wolf Mother and the Sword.
Oh yeah, dude.
Primus will be doing the whole Farewell to King's Rush album,
Heck yeah.
and they'll be at Whitewater on July 6th.
White River.
White River, Whitewater. So,
All
all right, Kyle, you have anything to say about that?
Okay. Rush is my favorite band, and Farewell to Kings was my first Rush album. I saw Rush twice with that asshole over there. They never played anything off Farewell. I'm so glad that Primus is doing this.
Okay.
It'll be show.
Just
Yeah,
it's gonna be
be a cool
great.
show.
Great show.
I'm a big Wolf Mother fan. Their first
Their
album
first
anyway.
album.
The first album was incredible.
I saw them
Yeah.
at the Vogue on that
Yeah.
tour.
They were good
Gosh.
on it.
But I don't know, man. There was a 3-piece band, and 2 of the members dropped off, and the second
yeah, I
album
don't like
kind
the rest of the album. That kind
of. But still, though,
of
man.
off.
Somebody asked if they.
Not to stop you real quick,
Oh, you're
Bill.
good, man.
Somebody
Look,
in the
you just touched
room,
me.
somebody in the room earlier questioned if Tim Alexander can do Neil Peart's parts, and Alexander.
That's a good question.
Tim Alexander is new Neil Peart. They toured together. He was a Peart-like drummer. He doesn't show it all the time, but he's excellent. So
Yeah.
he'll be able
He'll
to.
be able to
Yeah,
handle
he'll
it.
do fine out of it.
I just feel like Primus is so innovative, man. They're one of those bands that can. I mean, they'll pull anything off. It may not
Yeah.
sound exactly the same,
Yeah.
but I mean, they redid
You
the
will
Willy
not-
Wonka soundtrack for
unique
God's
style.
sakes.
You will not be disappointed. Guarantee you.
I mean,
One
they'll
of-
bring out xylophones.
One of the greatest
and-
live bands I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, you like I said, just experimental.
Many times ever since the 90s.
Yeah.
All the way to now.
Oh yeah.
All right, next on the list, this was obviously probably one of the biggest ones. And voila! I told you about this weeks ago. You fuckers didn't believe me. But Korn, Fake No More, will be at Deer Creek.
Yeah, dude. That's a big show.
Sad to say, also Scars on Broadway, which was part of System of a Down guys, which I told you that too. But they will not be at Indianapolis. But
Helmet will.
Helmet
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
So September 12th, that'll be a huge show.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was like one of the biggest ones of the week.
Oh yeah, I could definitely say Korn. I've seen them numerous
Yeah.
times. Always a good live band.
Since 90s, since they.
And gosh, dude, when was the last time Faith No More was here, dude? I mean, that's man.
I
Faith
thought
No
they
More
was
hasn't been.
come their tour.
Yeah,
album.
so that's kind of special, man. I'd almost really rather them headline that, close the
Yeah, I
night.
hope they do.
I mean, Korn's here every summer.
I think they switch on and off.
They were just here.
Co-headlining. Well, I don't know. Their guitar player, Brian Head Welch's daughter lives in Lafayette, so I think that's why they're so
Yeah, they're
prominent with coming to Indiana. Great live band. That's gonna be an awesome show. I'm looking forward to
Now,
that.
this was actually one of the ones you guys paid attention to the most. Now, I'm thrilled about this. I feel like I'm 14 years old when I'm reading this one off. But Rat, Skid Row, Slaughter, and Cinderella will be touring together.
Oh, that's a powerful 80s.
They gonna be wearing their
Line
skin
up.
I
tights.
love it. I love it, man.
Let's
I,
hope not.
I got a rat story. A few years
the band,
ago,
not the rodent. We don't need to know
Shut
what's
up,
up your
Bill.
anus.
I'm
Oh.
actually talking about the
Pull that
band.
right out of your ass.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
A few years ago, I actually got to meet Stephen Pearcy, and he signed my vinyl copy of their promo, their first album promo copy. So I'm proud to have that.
Yeah, I'd love to see this. I mean, out of all the bands I've seen, thousands of bands, I've never seen any one of these bands because Rat would always cancel almost every time they would come around here. So I hope this comes into play. I mean, they were on the Eddie
Goes
Trunk
around,
show.
stays around.
Yeah.
Rat and roll, baby.
Wanted man. The Out of the Cellar album was just fucking phenomenal. So, yeah, they were on Eddie Truck show and said that this was going to happen. So,
Heck
yeah.
As a tribute, Kyle like literally has a rat tail. Like I'm not even gonna ask him how he pulled it off, but there's literally a rat
Well,
tail.
he is a Cinderella. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Cinderella's great. Their first album wasn't a glam album, it was more like an AC/DC.
Yeah, and those two albums they had.
And they
were
heard you
incredible.
listen to them.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
went your way.
A couple of kind of more quicker things here. Great band, The National. If you haven't listened to them, you need to broaden your horizons. We'll be in Cincinnati May 5th. Great band. Exodus has a new album coming out this year. Their first one in 6 years, so that's got very, very fucking cool.
That may have something to do
They
with
are
Slayer.
fucking
I'm
great
tired.
live.
Yeah,
Yeah. dude.
Exodus is fucking great
yeah,
live.
very good. Hailstorm is going to be in Brown County, July 10th.
Heck yeah, Hailstorm, baby.
This, I
Good
think, is
metal,
going to be one of the best shows of the year. It probably won't get a lot of buzz, but Hate Breed and Parkway Drive are going to be. Parkway Drive
Yeah.
is incredible.
Dude, don't let looks deceive you.
Incredible band.
Yeah, yeah. My cousin Joe Helt got me into them.
Give those Parkway Drive a listen to. They are hard, heavy, and incredible. Bad part about it is Columbus, Ohio is the closest place on August 30th.
Ooh, yeah.
That is going to be a really good one. Another incredible person, Brittany Howard. She's the lead singer of Alabama Shakes. Had several hits on the radio a few years ago. Is going to be at the Ride on June 16th. And then a couple little tidbits to let you know about. Adele will have a new album out in September.
Nice.
She's popular.
Oh yeah.
Jackass 4 is going to be coming out on March 5th of next year. That's
Sweet.
going to be huge.
I got 2 concerts that's gonna be coming if you're into like Portugal the Man.
Yeah, Portugal.
Glass Animals is gonna be coming, and Milky Chance is gonna be coming.
Ah, I remember
And
that
they're really
band.
good. Glass Animals, if you buy a ticket, you get their hard copy of their CD. They'll mail you too.
There's actually a story about that. Bands had been doing that and counting it towards sales. You're not supposed to do that.
No, really.
Ah.
That's not fair. You really should. I mean, I know some of the shows I go to now,
Pretty cool, you get a hard copy of
you can
the
buy
CD.
the recording of the show. You know, when you go.
MP3.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
different. They're offering the album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
could
whole
be an
CD.
attempt to try to get people back into hard copies. You know?
Yeah, man, I dig it, man. I think
Yeah.
it's cool.
too. Yeah.
Another thing I'm telling you guys, we're all cheap asses, and you're probably going to be broke after you try to buy some of these concert tickets.
Gosh.
But there's a place in Rushville. It's called Live by the Levee, and they do a bunch of free concerts. They just announced it for the summer. A lot of them, are like tribute bands, but it's all free. And this place is incredible. It's beautiful, all free. It starts their stuff on June 15th. Do yourself a favor, because if you're cheap like me, you can go to some killer shows for free, be outdoors. It's a beautiful place.
Brett Floyd, they're gonna be at the Rock.
Yeah.
It's a big tribute band.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Floyd, they played at the like Red Rocks and stuff, man. They have a stage performance, like the doctor on the
okay.
stage
That's
and
We do that Pink Floyd
big, and they're
experience.
just like,
huh?
it's
Yeah.
supposed to be really, really good.
Is that place in Rushville? Is it kind of like the Arts Park, but maybe bigger?
It's like a miniature Deer Creek with no seats.
Okay. So like standing
Right
around.
on the river there, the levee, and it's really beautiful. You can take your own food in, have a picnic or whatever, and watch some bands for free. It's really cool. We posted all those shows on our site. It's free. Do yourself a favor, make a little trip to Rushville. I know it's not very many times you're going to say you're going to go to Rushville for anything, but this is one good reason. I'm
Dude, they
telling
used to
you.
have some great bluegrass festivals
You know,
out there.
Rushville.
Yeah.
Rushville.
I have a couple more stories I forgot I put at the end here. The Doors, Robbie Krieger is getting ready to put out his first solo album in 10 years.
Yeah. When I not to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
when I saw a story about Robbie Krieger, I was afraid he was fucking dead.
Yeah.
And then I read the story.
Yeah, well, they're all kind of getting old there, so.
They'll be hexing.
Yeah, but
I love
in the spring, it's called The Ritual Begins at Sundown, and he has Frank Zappa's producer and stuff doing the album with him.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of cool.
Zach Jesse must be a fan. He just went nuts with the thumbs up on that.
And interesting story about Zappa's band. They recorded the Joe's Garage album in a weekend.
Okay.
That's
Really?
a double album.
In a weekend? Wow,
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
killer, man.
phenomenal.
That's a legendary album, too. I mean, you can't go to, back in the day, you couldn't go to a concert without them playing, that song off of there, whatever the fuck.
Crew Slut?
Yeah, Crew Slut. That's what I always laughed because they'd always play that damn song at every fucking concert,
Well, Motley Crue calls their backup singers Crew Sluts after that song.
Go figure.
Oh, okay.
New Pearl Jam song came out.
Yeah, we got a new Pearl Jam song came out. You can watch that.
I haven't
We talked so much about that. I didn't worry about it this week.
They released the second one.
Yeah.
it's that one.
Oh, so okay.
I feel like, I think it's like the Talking Heads, Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
I like this song
Mixed
better.
with Pearl Jam. It's really
What was
good.
it?
And when we
Wolfman,
first talked,
Blood Moon or something.
Yeah,
when we
I
first
liked it. I
talked,
liked it a lot better than the
Wolf
first
Blood
one.
Moon.
Yeah.
First one I thought you liked more. I thought
It's
it was more
okay.
Talking Heads,
Yeah, it's Talking Headish,
Depeche
so.
Mode, Jam.
Also, two quick more stories. Bob Seger dropped his 40th anniversary video for Against the Wind. 40 years. It was his only #1 album he ever had. And
I still have my stepdad's final copy of that.
He's seen him at concert. He's just incredible.
Yeah, you
About
took your
living
mom.
I took
didn't
my
you?
mom. Yeah, she loved me for months after
My
that.
parents love Bob Seger.
Yeah.
I've been trying to talk
I
my
must need to
mom.
take her to another Bob Seger show. She hadn't loved me that much lately.
I was getting ready to say, talk about a living legend, dude.
I wanted to take my mom to Chicago, but she just
Yeah.
won't go.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
Yeah,
I-
another good one.
I'm a big fan. It's it's amazing that his two earlier albums, the Smoking OPs and Back in '72, he still has not ever put back out and hasn't even put them to stream on Spotify or nothing. So I wonder when he'll ever do that.
He did that same thing with his acoustic album.
You know, he's one of the last artists to ever put any of his music on stream networks like Spotify and all.
Yeah.
He was one of the last ones ever to do it.
Wow, yeah.
So,
We
he's
know a band
he's
that
old
held
school,
out on
I
that,
guess,
don't we,
man.
fellas?
Yeah, some pretentious asshole did that with his music a year or so ago. Who was that pretentious asshole, Bill?
I don't know. You seem like you're talking about a single person.
Yeah.
You're talking about a band?
Yeah.
A band of four guys?
Maynard
Not a-
G.
Oh,
He had
Maynard was nothing to do with
he
that.
had nothing to do with that.
With
Well,
what?
he's still a pretentious
Their
asshole.
stuff on stream.
Right, but he
That
had
was all
nothing to do
dating.
with
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably more
Anyway.
Danny Carey, yeah. And one last story here, and I promise that's the last one. I love this band. In This Moment released a new song called Hunting Ground
Yeah.
for their new album, Mother, that comes out March 27th. They had like the people from Hellstorm and Pretty Reckless help them and do stuff on there. That Maria Brink girl's voice, I mean, that girl
Yeah.
just wails. I mean, really, really impressed with them. So.
Speaking of Pretty Reckless, I'm surprised you're not a bigger fan.
Yeah, a little bit.
They are, I friggin' love them.
Yeah, I was surprised that they were involved with this album so much. Apparently, so.
Yeah, I've seen In This Moment live so many times. Great live band.
Yeah.
There's video kept popping up on my YouTube last night, man. So they're really promoting that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm sure it's going to do a lot. So,
Yeah.
all right, that's it for the stories this week. We're trying to hurry this show up because we know you it's hard to look at Kyle for very long on camera.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Go see the Deftones.
Woo!
Let's see
It'll
it,
be a
man.
good show.
Oh,
That will be a good one.
yeah, just come over and sit on my lap, baby.
I'll come sit for the end of the show.
Now show off that shirt a little bit more.
Right, yeah. These guys are all big Deftones fans, so definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to them coming.
Yeah.
It's so hard to decide. Like, these shows are so expensive. It's like, gosh, man, which one should I go to? Like, I
A
don't
lot of
know.
good concerts out there, that's what I say,
All
man.
right, I better get you off, or I won't get anything done. You know? You'll be
The boss
you'll
is
be
gone.
strapped to
Here
me
we
more
are
than I
dragging
need,
it
baby.
along.
So, all right, like I said, we always do it toward the end. We do a top 10 list for Black History Month. We're gonna go through some of our greatest all-time Black artists. Obviously, a lot of these people defined music. I don't care what you want to say or do, but some of these guys, you know, like we were talking about Kurt Cobain earlier, just defined and changed and molded music so much
Oh,
that
yeah.
we felt like we needed to do this week with some of these artists. I'm a huge blues fan. There's
There you
several
go.
of these guys that, you know, just changed me and my perspective of music. And I'm sure if you guys give some of these blues guys a chance, you'll find out that they got more heart and soul than any of these other guys. But
Oh, yeah.
so I don't know. Did you guys have any ones you wanted to throw out or anything? You know, anyone?
Favorite?
You guys
I got a
got
question.
Yeah. What?
What?
Jackie's got a question.
Where? I just never knew of really black metal people, maybe other faith.
Body.
Body
Body
Big
In
metal
Living
band.
Color.
In Living
Yeah,
Color, had
well,
that cult
that's
of
who I meant.
personality.
Sepultura.
Seven Dust.
Seven
Seven
Dust.
Yeah.
Sepultura has an African American
I've
singer.
been rapping.
Bad Brains.
Bad
Yeah,
Brains.
yeah.
Thank you.
Bad Brains.
Fucking excellent.
Yeah.
I'll say, like, Sepultura, there's
Mine
no
was racking
original
my brain.
members,
I'm
but
like,
I love that
nothing's
guy,
coming
the
to me.
African American sings
Yeah.
for him now. He does a great job.
I know. We should have thought of that.
So maybe another, genre.
Well, we might have a few of these guys throw a couple out, 'cause I'm sure that they're more rock and roll and stuff like that. I'm more classic rock and blues and
More old school.
R&B's and stuff. I kind of
No,
You
you're
go
so
that way,
fucking
so-
big.
we'll see what they pull out of their ass here in a second.
Tonight on the way here,
Yeah.
Sam's driving. I had it over the radio. and he said, "Tell me what shirt Kyle has on."
He can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mystery
Um,
Science 3000.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Kyle has the greatest T-shirt collection of anybody. I guarantee you, hands down. So,
Oh, he said he's licking your head tonight.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a
yeah, and
nightmare
that's
you
also
don't wanna
true.
live through.
If you do pay us in advance, you're allowed to lick Kyle's head. It's better than any LSD you ever lick in your life. I don't know
Yeah.
how it happens. I don't know. We don't know. It's like licking a frog's ass. So,
Yeah, I say in a horrible attempt at comedy, I thought I'd be funny and act like I was going to lick
Yeah,
Kyle's
but you're
head, and
not
he jerked
funny.
back, and it really happened.
He was tripping for
and
2
I tell
days.
you, man, it was
I mean,
nightmares that I
Jeez.
never could have imagined, and I don't wish them on.
We had to
Yeah,
talk
we're
him
gonna
down.
have worse
We had to
You know
talk
what's going to happen? We're going to have security guards around him when he goes to Walmart because around Newcastle, they're all going to be trying to go at and start, look your head, Kyle. Let me look your head.
Yeah, well,
I
I
mean,
heard
yeah,
that
If
story,
you licked his
man.
toes, you get meth.
Yeah, his toes.
Oh,
I,
man.
I was
Got meth
accosted
thrown between the toes.
at the speedway on 3, and those hookers were trying to get all over me. I
Oh,
don't know.
God.
Man.
Yeah, Kyle's the new drug, man.
Kyle's your
Well, at
new
least
stage
one-
prop.
He probably won't have to pay for it anymore. They'll just lick his head and, well, some other things, I guess. So.
Yeah.
When he started this show, he said he wanted to become famous, and he had no idea that was how he was going to achieve
Yeah.
that fame.
All right, let's get back on. How about you, Chris? You got anything?
Honorable mentions probably Bob Marley,
Yeah.
Tupac,
Yep.
George Clinton,
Oh, yeah.
Chuck D.
Jimi Hendrix.
He's looking at his
Jimi
phone.
Hendrix.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I put my list on there, Kyle. Fuck off.
I got my list on there.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, it's better than
It's
the
an
toilet
amazing
paper you
device.
usually write it on.
I could think of all kinds of others, but I specifically
Junior.
metal. I was
It
struggling.
didn't. It doesn't have to be rock. It.
Oh yeah, they're out there though. They
Yeah.
are.
I
Oh,
was just struggling. I didn't even think about setting up.
I got
Oh,
like
yeah.
20 or
And I
30
love
people
that.
wrote down.
Big
And
Boston
you just,
based band.
you just every person you wrote, I had wrote down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I probably put Chuck Berry in there too.
Yep.
Stevie Wonder.
Yep. They're
Oh,
on
dude,
my
you talk
list.
about blues, man.
Yeah.
It's just innovative.
On my
Yeah,
list. Yeah.
Go
definitely.
way back.
Cool. Legends.
Yeah.
All right, bitch. What do you think?
Oh, fuck
But
yeah.
yeah.
Peter Tosh. He's a
Oh,
great
yeah. Okay.
the reggae artist. Then most of my experience with African artists comes from reggae, which I can also say Bob Marley,
Oh,
Third World, reggae band from the late
Yep.
70s.
Mhm.
But number one for me, throw up your motherfucking W's, Wu-Tang, man.
Hey, I'm a
Yeah.
big Wu-Tang fan. I agree. I love those guys.
There's like
You old
12
dirty
of them, isn't
bastard.
there? Yeah.
I miss
yeah.
that motherfucker, man.
But since you said that, I'll go ahead and throw one out. I think the greatest rap group of all time was NWA.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The Beatles, basically a rap. If you think every one of those guys went on to do their own thing, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E. I mean, all those guys went on to do their own stuff, almost as popular
Oh, Yellow.
as that. Oh, Yella.
Yella did porn.
I mean,
Of course,
So-
there he goes again.
so
Always
There
with the
you go, that
porn.
those guys are just incredible.
Always
so.
with the porn.
Well, that's what he did.
No,
I don't remember a solo record for Yella.
That's what you probably call your thing after a while, Yella. All right.
No,
Little old yellow.
I call mine Blue.
We've gotten way off.
Yeah.
We
let's
gotta
see.
move
Let's
along.
All
All
right,
right.
come on.
I can't believe I left this off my love list, though. I'm a Lionel Richie fan. What?
One band I forgot to mention, Funkadelic. Fucking love
George.
Next to
Funkadelic.
Clinton, so.
Yeah. He's looking at my list. He saw that on my
Yeah,
list, so
I
he's
saw
like,
it
"Oh,
on
cheater!"
your
list. Because he didn't bring a list. But
He writes it on toilet paper and he wiped his ass with it. He forgot all about it.
another artist I loved early on, Stevie Wonder. Then keeping on the blues track, Ray Charles. And it's something I just brought just to prove I am a big fan. You know, Miles Davis is on my list. We don't just make these
Greatest.
lists from like random.
Yeah.
Like
Like
we
Louis
were-
Armstrong were just the greatest trumpet players.
Yeah, Dee Dee made a
ever.
good point. The show Homeland, Miles Davis is on that whole soundtrack. Man, it's great blues jazz artist. And then we were talking rap bands. Had to throw Run DMC on there.
Yeah.
Huge '80s rap band. Just a lot of good stuff.
With rock too.
Yeah. They helped cross that bound between
Yeah.
rock and rap.
Aerosmith,
Yeah.
walk his
Um,
way.
Innovative, man.
With
Just
Aerosmith.
phenomenal. They were just on the Grammys a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then I agree with everybody else. Bob Marley, to me, you can't go without saying him. And then again, along with the Funkadelic guys, one of my favorite bass players, Bootsy Collins, that guy. If nothing, I mean, he's a showman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bootzilla, baby. And then I was saying Bootsy, I can't go without saying George Clinton. Saw them live in '94. I was young. I hadn't really got into my I had to stand out. But I mean, even not being a funk fan back then, when I seen them live, I was just like, this
They
is
were
cool.
crazy.
Yeah, they were great.
Had all that different hair
Yeah,
color.
all those-
Oh, dude, it was a show, man. They were showmen, and they were also phenomenal musicians. And then, man, my best friend Brandon always talks about great drummers, and I see this guy working with so many freaking artists. Jimmy Fallon
The
and his
Roots
band
guy.
every night. Questlove, man, that guy's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why anybody else hasn't said it yet. I guarantee it's on Mike's list too. But how can you not say Michael Jackson, man, the king
Yep.
of pop?
That
I
was
mean,
on my
that's
list,
just
too.
yeah,
Well,
dude. I mean,
Is he black?
Black or white.
yeah, you know. But as a young kid, like
Jackson 5.
I wasn't even into music yet, and I just remember hearing Michael Jackson everywhere. Had my grandma buy me one of those jackets. Just
Parachute pants.
yeah, parachute pants.
Kyle had the glove.
Glove. Yeah.
So much, man. Just
Yeah, he's a legend.
amazing artist.
Legend. All right. Well, I'll go through some of mine. These are some of my. I always try to give some small recommendations. Not on my top 10 just yet, but
I can't tell
Honorable
that you're fucking
mentions.
huge.
oh my god,
He keeps touching me.
maybe I'm gonna have to separate you two.
Yelled at me before the show started, and he has been touching me ever since this started.
Well, that's what you do when you
Well,
lick
is
his
that your
head.
leg or your other leg?
Hey,
I
you
can't
guys
tell.
need to come up with a Sunday show, just the Kyle show.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about doing a Kyle's Corner, so.
Yeah.
Sunday morning coming down.
All
There
right.
you go.
Some of our honorable mentions. Tina Turner,
Oh, dude,
you
talk
know,
about a show.
obviously. And then some we probably said already.
Leg.
Louis Armstrong, Nat King Cole defined music at that time. Billie Holiday was another
Aretha
one.
Franklin.
Incredible voice. I think you said Chuck Berry. John Coltrane is incredible.
Coltrane, dude.
Listen to his stuff if you remotely want to broaden your horizons on music because you're bored with a little bit of stuff. Listen to some John Coltrane. It is fucking amazing.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
Another one with the rap area, Public Enemy, was huge back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Kyle's a bass head.
Yeah, Muddy Waters,
Buddy, man. Big
He was
blue
on
sky.
my list, but
Yeah.
I forgot.
Al Green and Marvin Gaye were huge
Drop
back
panties.
then. Yeah, drop your panties.
Yeah.
Some on my main list, Robert Johnson.
I can't believe I didn't say him, dude. Talk
Yeah.
about an innovator.
You know,
So
sold his
early.
soul for music, the Crossroads.
Love that story.
He broke the ground for guitar playing. Obviously Prince. One of my all-time favorites, Etta James. Her voice
Oh, yeah.
will melt your soul.
Edda, baby.
Obviously Jimi Hendrix, Ray Charles,
Mhm.
B.B. King.
Yeah.
Another legendary person that
Riding with the king.
changed guitar playing and all the years that he played.
Oh,
James Brown, another one.
I saw him live.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I
He's
seen
in
him once.
Woodstock.
Yeah,
oh
amazing.
man, I'm jealous of you guys.
Another legendary voice, Ella Fitzgerald. It's incredible. Will melt your heart in a heartbeat. But by far, and I've said it before, the number one R&B African American singer of all time. There's no heads down. You cannot tell me wrong. I will prove you wrong every time. Is Aretha Franklin.
Oh yeah, dude.
So
Yeah,
she is
great one.
the greatest of all time. I don't care what the fuck you say. I will battle you to the end on
Oh yeah,
on that one.
fight
So,
to the death on that. And I forgot another good one. You're talking about Clapton. a band that toured with them, Robert Randolph. And
Oh
Family
yeah, I
Band.
just watched him today. actually.
Amazing slide guitarist.
He
dude.
plays with OAR all the time. I watched him today.
Tricky.
Like I said, yeah, Tricky. He's in the Tool video.
Yeah.
I had to say it. I threw it out. Finally, I found a way to do it. Diana Ross.
Yeah.
See, we do this every time.
Yeah,
I'm
we
thinking
we start talking and we realize
the Homemade Jams jam band, blues band. They made instruments out of car parts
Yeah.
and amazing blues music.
Yeah.
Just the blues genre altogether. Just,
Oh yeah,
gosh, man.
killer. Well, that's pretty much it this week, guys. Like I said, you can follow our show on YouTube and Facebook anytime you want to see it. Every Saturday we're live, so you can sit here and make fun of these ugly assholes anytime you want while we're on the air. Appreciate you guys. You know, Chris Kirby, Josh Williams, Dave, always coming in, putting up with our crap and looking at this ugly boy for a long time today, like you all did.
Spicing up the
Appreciate
studio.
it all. You know, just really appreciate you guys doing that. Share all this stuff. Help us out. And you'll be glad we did because we're taking over their shit. Fuck Bob and Tom. We're better than them. We're taking it all over.
I forgot to say, James Sexton, throw you a shout out. If anybody I missed that's watching, I'm sorry. We appreciate you watching. You know, thanks again, like Mike said.
Yep.
Love y'all.
All right. Next week, we'll see if Scott gets back from his Tahiti GQ shoot, and we'll go from there. But we appreciate you
I
guys.
thought he was all with Celine.
Yeah, well, he might be. He said something about Celine Dion, but I'm not sure what's going on with
It's
that.
hard telling with him. man.
We might get sued if we gave any insight on
The
things
whereabouts.
that he's doing with her. But thanks for watching. We'll be on here next week. Follow our page. I post shit all the time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you don't, I'm coming after you. I'm going to call Dave Mustang. And I'm having to come to your house. And we'll get James Taylor and Celine Dion to finish the job afterwards.
teaming
I
up,
guarantee
man.
it.
They're teaming up.
Tennille,
Oh my God! What's you with you, Captain Tennille?
kick your ass.
Oh my God!
Captain
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Love y'all. All right.
Peace.
Thank you.